Hello, everybody. Welcome to Nintendo Pow Block here on Boss Rush Network. I'm your host, there, Lighty Excited and be joining me for this PAX edition of Nintendo Pow Block is the one, the only, and the person who just won a special award that I would let her talk about. Yes, Miss Courty Yikes. Hello.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure. It's always fun to be here. If technical difficulties are always
right. It has been 1 week since PAX. Me, Courty, Stephanie, Block, Sophie, and Pat. We all went to PAX in East 2025 in Boston. So go to bossrush.net to read our articles. I'm still working on our interviews. I'm still translating, but I have some interviews up there that you guys can read. Courty got some articles up there, so read them. Just read everybody's PAX East stuff. Pat got some things. Sophie got the exclusive first play and reported on Night Rain for Elden Ring. Go check that out. Stephanie got some great articles. Block been hitting up articles. So everybody do check it out on bossrush.net. But we are back in the building, and you may be wondering why Courty is not here. Well, everybody, Courty lost power in a wide range area of his neighborhood. So at this time, he wasn't able to make the show. He's okay. Him and his family is okay. But at this time, they are just out of power. It's just not his house. It's like his whole neighborhood. So hopefully by next Saturday, everybody, or next recording, me and Courty will be back together and give you some more Nintendo Pow Block. But this episode, everybody, I like to call a mini block because we're not going to tackle news or anything. We're actually going to be talking about our venture of PAX East, and me and Courty firsthand. We met once again at the with Pat alone, met at the airport, and this time it was smooth sailing. It wasn't the nonsense that we had.
I honestly was disappointed how smooth sailing this airplane trip to the hotel was. Like, I was ready for some Boston vibes, honestly.
Yes. The nonsense happened at the hotel, I would say. If you guys just see the facial expression, just know it was nonsense. But
I'm still dealing with that mess. I'm still dealing with the mess.
Oh, no. But I will say the hotel was beautiful. Those rooms was really, really beautiful.
Oh yeah, I felt like a little wealthy woman. I was like, ooh,
okay. I was just like, I'm rich.
Yeah.
We'll talk about Saturday night, because trust me, I was a little bit. I will talk about Saturday night. So yes, everybody, we're gonna be giving you kind of the ins and outs of PAX East 2025. So let's start with Wednesday, our journey.
Yeah.
So I got into, I think Courty and Pat was there. I think you guys got there early by 3 something, probably 2 or something.
Yeah, we were there a little bit early, and we were on one side of the airport, and you were on the other side.
Yes. So I got there about 20 minutes. They said we was there 20 minutes early. So we all got our bag. We got our Uber. We were trying to figure out where our car was at. We got in the Uber, got to the hotel. Did the hotel nonsense. We got to our rooms. We went. Then we took a little trip to the grocery store.
Mind you, we walked.
And yes, we walked. And the thing about Boston streets and our streets that we normally run, we would just cross the road.
Yeah. Number one, jaywalking is illegal, okay, but not in Boston.
Right, because we were just like, everybody literally was just jaywalking in front of the police. And the police just like, okay, whatever. Like, we were just like, like, there was a point that me and Courty, we were just like, we're in another city. We're not trying to get arrested. We're not trying to pay no fines.
Nope.
And we was on our best behavior in front of the police that was across the street. The police was just like,
Yeah, they just kind of
So
stood
we
there. Steph was like, "Come on, cross the street." I'm like, Do you see that guy?
so we did cross the street and just went out on our merry way. But yeah, Boston this time was beautiful. We weren't in the cold. We'll touch about that. We'll touch about that at the end of the show because of the dates for next year's PAX East. Be ready, everybody. Just
Ain't
be
gonna be
ready.
cold. Ain't gonna be
Exactly. But we got to the grocery store, and look, everybody. I know this is a kid show. This is an E for everybody, but I'm gonna tell y'all there was a hot man running
cold.
everywhere.
Oh yeah, there was.
Muscles, tank tops. We were just like, wait a minute. I loving all y'all running, loving all y'all getting y'all exercise, but why not the shirts not being off?
Yeah,
Like I need the chest to jiggle, the
I
jump.
need
I need to
something.
see more of the muscles, the six packs. Right. We wasn't getting nothing. We was getting teased, but
Yeah,
we wasn't getting nothing. Now the ladies were looking good too. They was getting their workout on. Everybody was running, staying healthy, exercise. Fine. We get into the grocery store, and across the grocery store, everybody was my company. I would just say, I'm
yeah.
like,
That was
are
his
you
first day.
serious? I was just like, you serious? Even though I had to go in to get something. Uh, we all got our snacks, and we Uber back to the hotel. We just like we're not walking back.
Yeah, we lifted. We lifted to the hotel. Somebody needed a 24 case of waters.
Yeah, I think Pat did.
Yeah,
So we got all of our stuff. Um, we get back to the hotel. We all rest up. Stephanie comes. We're all happy to see her. Everybody's chilling in our room. And then we all decided to go and get our we went to go get our passes in our badges and stuff, and we did our picks. We met up with Sophie, so we have our diaries up there. I think I wrote my third day diary. I think they just need to add it on still, so I'll check it with them just about that. Um,
right. They better add it on.
right. But we all took our pictures. We all had a great time and everything. And so that kind of was our Thursday. We got back chilled, and getting ready for Thursday. I was getting my appointment stuff ready also. So we all got a good night's sleep. We didn't go out to eat that night, and everything. So we get to Thursday, and it's continental breakfast.
Oh, sweet, sweet breakfast.
That Hilton breakfast for all 4 days was
Mhm.
pure anointings. Even though we only got the tater tots or the hash browns for that one Thursday and everything else was potatoes, for the eggs to the ham to those tots,
To the pulled pork.
oof,
Oh my god, I had pulled pork every single day.
pure anointings. That food was so good. I was just like, serve this all day. I would leave the convention to come back here to eat this for lunch.
Oh yeah. Steph was making fun of me because there was overnight oats and like the chia seed pudding, and we would just
Uh,
stock them up and put them in our room.
You're just like, get two of those for me. Just like, yes.
Oh,
So, um, and then we all went to the convention because it was early press this time. And since Nintendo really wasn't there, we were able to freely move around for it. Which I found some things out, Courty,
yeah.
about why it was so open. I don't think I ever got to tell you this or talk to you about this.
Yeah.
So the reason why there was kind of like some places didn't have booths and it was kind of a little bit more wide open.
Mhm.
Um, there were some people who dropped out at the last minute due to some political issues that is going in our country, and they
Yeah.
didn't want to risk it.
Yeah,
So
they
they
didn't want
would
to get
just
COVID.
right. So they decided not to come and stuff. and I was kind of sad about that, and I felt a little bit upset and frustrated because I really wanted to play a lot of those games for those developers, and it just seemed that that wasn't going to be happening. So I was just like, "Oh man, that truly, truly sucks." So it is what it is. But I'm glad for the developers and publishers that did come. It really make this pack like super exciting
Oh yeah.
with it. So we all met up in the media room. We got to meet Matt from the game, Meta James and Sophie from Sophia, I think that's from the games. We met them. We met the Lost of Court guys. Um Abram and um Luke. We got to meet them. Sorry if I messed up on names. Abram, shout out to him. Courtney, you know why.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So um it did just meeting some other people all around and everything. Daniel Mac was there, and I think I passed him up and didn't say hi. I need to introduce myself to him. Every time I see him, I don't say nothing. I know he doesn't know me, but I'm just like, the Boss Rush crew. I'm like, I just want to introduce myself and everything. Like I think I was really like networking
Oh yeah.
this thing.
I was so butthurt that I didn't introduce myself to No Small Games podcast. Both of the ladies,
Ooh.
they were there. I met them the last day and I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm a wimp. But my name's Courtney. And they're like, oh my god, hi, how are you? We saw your podcast, we did this, da da da. I was like, oh, cool, you know me. It was a
Yes.
huge honor, that was for sure.
Yes. We pretty much most of the trip we kicked them with Toge Productions because like
Oh yeah.
we got to eat with them at lunch. So shout out to Toge Productions, Lala and her crew and everything. Uh, yeah, to them. Kyochika was there. I was so happy to see her.
Oh yeah.
When I will get it to when we get to the restaurant. But she was there, and I'm so happy to see her. And then we passed each other. She just said, "Hey," I'm like, "Kachika, hey!" Like she's just icon legend. Like
I
I
love
love her.
I love the text message. I was like in the middle of the expo hall heading towards Fretless, and I got the text, "Hey, does anyone know where Kim Chica is?" And I looked, I was like, "She's right here by Fretless. I'm right by her." And I just stood there. I was like, "That has to be her. That's her hair." That it's like I think I'm by her. And then who was? I think it was Pat and Steph that came up, and they were like,
Yeah.
"Hey!" And then she turns around. She goes, "You're behind me." Yeah, I was scared. I'm sorry.
uh, yes. Just love her. Everybody, please support Wholesome Games.
Yes.
Kachika, like support her. I'm super excited for the Wholesome Games direct for the summer direct. We don't know any information. I'm making sure you guys know that we know no information. But we did let her know we're super excited to see it, and we're excited to see the T-shirts or whatever they come out
Yes.
so we can support
They
it.
did.
Like,
They just came out with shirts.
yes,
They're so cute too. They get the
uh,
little wholesome character on it, and
yeah.
it's so good.
Uh, yes, because I tell her every time they put any when I started watching the Host and Direct, anytime they put it out and they show the shirts, I'm like Stephanie orders them, I order them. Like I always want to support whatever cause they're doing. So yeah, I'm super excited. It is. I think it's once again gonna be on the Saturday, since I'm off on Saturdays. I'm definitely gonna be watching it and try to get my article out about it for a lot of the games because man, I just love the Koji Direct and the music. I told Chica, I'm like, why can we not get a soundtrack for the Direct? Because the music makes so good.
Absolutely. You know what we need to do is after the wholesome, we need to do a Pow Block or a Boss Rush like recap.
Oh, let's do it. Let's
Yes, I'm in.
yes. We should do that. Yes. So um so we get to the media hour, and I guess we'll talk about what we experienced between us. So Courtney, I'm gonna let you go first. Media hour. We get into PAX East 2025 media hour.
Yeah.
What did you do first?
Let's see. I walked in there and I don't know, the crowd was going right, so I decided to go left and I went towards like the Magic of the Gathering and like the trinkets and the shops and stuff like that. And I ran into like this D&D table and they had the most cutest, most softest plushies in the entire world and they were like, if you roll a d20, then you get to win a prize. I was like, okay. So I rolled it. It got stuck in their little thing. He shook it, and it came out d20.
Yes.
First try, I was like, oh man, I'm going to try to win the lottery this time now. After that, I was like, okay, I kind of want to speed run through like the indie. Because like you have an hour, but you don't know how long that hour actually is. So I went towards the Elden Ring. I think that's what it's called, the Nightfall.
Yeah, the Night Ray. Yeah.
Yeah, I went through there and they were like, oh, we're actually sold out at this hour. You'll have to come at this hour. You have to wait in this line. I was like, I'm not a line person. I'll take your badge, but I'm not a line person. I know we have other people who want to be a part of this. So I left there and then I went towards the indie side. And there was a few games that I saw. I ran into Royalty Free for All.
Mm-hmm.
Love them. Absolutely
Yes.
love them. I was talking to one of the guys and they were like, "Oh yeah, like our animated." I was like, "I love the style and the like the cartoonesque. It reminds me of like Saturday television.
Yes.
It should have been on a GameCube. You know what I mean? Like it was just that's just how I felt about it." And he was like, "Yeah, like our animator, he helped with Totally Spies." I was like, "Oh my god, my kids I love that show. Kids love
I
that
love the show.
we still watching that show." And I was like, I'll have to come back to you, but I would love to talk to you more about your stuff, play your game, blah, blah. And then I think after there, I started getting hungry because my nerves got to me that morning and I only ate a little bit. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do Ed a solid and I'm going to go eat food. I think I had what did I have that day? I think I just had a funnel cake. That's all I had. That's all I
Was that the was that the one when we met up and you got the funnel cake? Okay.
Yeah, and all the food, and I was like, I'm doing you a solid.
Yes. Everybody Courty was on her Nintendo game and I was
Oh
just
my
like thank you
god,
so much.
I was. Everything was so good. I even put it in. I think day 3 of PAX. Where I was upset because in the expo hall I spent $12 on a hot dog for just ketchup and mustard. But then the next day I go upstairs and I spent $14 on a chili and cheese hot dog. And oh my god, that was so good. It was they cut it in half. They put the chili
Yeah.
and cheese in the weenie. I was like, I'm in. I'm in.
Yeah, I anytime I ate food was upstairs in that cafeteria in that
Yes,
food thing,
that's what it is.
which I will explain more about that. So for me, I entered in. Oh, everybody! Shout out to Danny G also because he hung out with us. We
No.
uh,
I hope you
Danny,
see this.
shout out to him. We actually before we actually went in, he was coming down the escalator and we saw him and we just like Danny, like just amazing him and his crew. Um, I get in and I'm walking around just looking and I see royalty free for all. From AAAA or 4A as I call them, and everybody. I am working on their interview now. So Courty, I am going to be editing that. I'm going to try to get it out this week. You guys must read it. It was a great interview with the creative lead. Well, I'll have more about that when I put it out. But I get in and I see just like the game looks amazing. I'm like, royalty free for all. Okay. Uh, I'm like, let's go check it out. And the guy's just like, hey, you want to play? I was like, yeah, because I didn't have no appointment with them. They didn't send any kind of appointment things out for him. So I sat down and I think I'm with one of the developers for it. I don't know what his role. I forgot what his role was on the team, but we just start playing, And he tells me it's a melee style battle on these old characters, these story characters, public domain. And just their interpretation, I'm seeing it. The game looks beautiful, it's running smooth, and I laugh because we're having such a good time. And not everything is all in just yet because they're still developing it. And I laugh. I'm falling out, cracking up while fighting, getting the win in, and it's just like was having a full on ball. We get into this greenhouse stage, and it's this big green dude dancing around and everything, looking cute as ever. And I stopped the game, and it's just like before we continue on. And this is when the creative lead, I think Tom, comes in, and he says, I tell him before I continue, can y'all get this thing a plushie? They was like, who? I'm like, the green man that's in the back. If you give me a plushie, I will pay you $40 for this plushie. This is, I'm like, his
It's
character
adorable.
design. Oh yes, his character design was and then they was just said, "Ooh, that is a good marketing idea." I was just like, "Yeah, this game just this game just screams merch, and I'm all for it. Great music, the fighting was so fun, even the blocking, just like everything was just such just a ball." And I was just like, in our interview, which I'll talk a little bit later, he mentioned like the Nickelodeon Melee game, and like this game's royalty free for all surpass it majorly, because it was just so funny and fun, and like beautiful in its aesthetic and its execution. And I was just like, yeah, you only got 8 characters and there's more coming. Oh, this is
Mhm.
a day one purchase.
Yeah,
Like,
it is definitely on my wish list. When it is out, I am purchasing it.
yes, and so say for me, I'm like, definitely I'll buy it on PC, I'll buy it on console, wherever they release it. I'm like, and I think this is their debut. I believe this is their debut game. I'm full on supporting, and if they are at PAX West, I'm definitely like, I got your article up, yeah, the interview. We've been talking about your game and everything. Um, just hopefully, like I gotta follow them and like definitely go and wish list it. I've been busy this week with work and stuff.
I do think
Um,
that they're in the works of making those plushies because they have a Dorothy one that they keep posting on Twitter. So I'm
mhm.
like, it's bound to happen. You're about to get your $40 plushie. I wouldn't
If
have said $40, but I mean, if you're gonna buy it, buy me one
so,
too.
well, because of like they're indie and this manufacturing and stuff like that, some of these plushies be expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Nintendo, let's look at Nintendo.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so like even if the money is helped to fund the development of the game,
Yeah.
I'm super cool with that. And because it was just like, you guys, even though this is your first game, we don't know what the end result is going to be, but I'm super excited for this. Like, and when you mentioned Courtney that you played it too, and I got so happy, and I was just like, yeah, we got to talk about it. And they was just like, we should try to interview, and we went down and asked them, would you guys be up for an interview? And they said, cool, yeah.
Yeah.
That was such a great interview. So
Oh yeah.
like,
It was so immersive to like really like pick their brains and like hear what they
hmm
had to say about the game and like just their passion. Because some people they're like, oh, we just kind of made this. We're not done with it. It's cool though, and you're like, but like, why? Why'd you make it?
exactly. And so uh I finished up with royalty free for all. And then I just go around and I check out retroware, and I check out their games and everything. I end up getting the chance to play the Toxic Crusaders. I actually tweeted the wrong name, said Toxic Avenger, and I was just like, "Oh no, that's not the right one. That's not the name of it." But Toxic
Yeah.
Crusaders. And me and Block played it at different times, and we were comparing notes to talking about it, and I told them that it's fun and everything, a little bit repetitive, but I'm like, that's all beat 'em ups. It's fun, but I think the problem I had was like I couldn't grab them. I didn't have an auto grab for the enemies to like hit or throw and stuff, and it's just like this is weird. But Block ended up telling me that you can grab the enemies and you can like hit them right there.
Yeah.
So it the art. So I think that was the difference between us. Just like I thought it would follow the beat 'em up design that sometimes if you walk close to an enemy or even go to diagonal and go to an enemy, you'll automatically grab them and can punch them or throw them and everything. So that was one of our things and stuff. But Tyson Crusaders looks like it's going to be a fun game. Don't know how long it's going to be, but definitely it's going to be a fun game. I'm super
Oh
excited
yeah.
for that.
It gives me like a Ninja Turtle vibes.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. So, that was kind of just like our media hour.
Mhm.
Corey, what did you do after the media hour?
What did I do? I think I hid more into the media room than anything. I did go into the Red Bull Creator Lounge thing,
Hmm.
and that was cool. I do think I'm getting older though because it was too loud.
Yeah, it was loud. I didn't even
So
try.
loud. I went in there to try to get a drink, and I got the drink, but I was on my third Red Bull already. And whenever I saw them add the Red Bull to it, I was like, "Dang, I really don't want Red Bull in this." Yeah, but
Yes.
I did that, and then let's see, Thursday. Oh, I went to a limited run on Thursday too, just to kind of like see what was going on because I got the email
Mhm.
that the Gex game was going to be there.
Yes.
I'm not a Gex fan, but I know my dad is. My dad has like a tattoo of him on his back, just kind of like leaning. And I always see the lizard, but I've never like understood who I guess the gecko is. And my dad told me about it. He showed me the game. I was like, okay, cool. And then going into this, and I saw it. I also saw the mascot, like full fledged guy. I was like, I have to take a picture with you, please, please. I'm begging.
Nice.
And I even asked the guy, I was like, this is going to be weird. I'm not like everybody else. I need a video. I don't need a photo. I can screenshot in my video. And he's like, okay. It's like, so you just hold it. That's all. That's all you got to do. And he's like, okay, Gex, this is a video. And Gex is like, all right. And he's like, this, and then this, and then this. And I was like, oh, thank you so much. I sent it to my dad, and my dad was like, that's cool. Where's that? And why didn't you bring me? I was like, I don't know. Yeah.
Yes.
And then everyone was talking about doing like there was like a party or something on Thursday, but my legs were already hurting on Thursday. I think we did 13,000 steps Thursday. So I was like,
Oh,
yeah.
heck yeah.
I was like, oh no, I can't do anymore. I hurt. I hurt.
Yes. Well, for me, also, shout out to Kim Hawkins. He came there. Only just seen him, for that Thursday. Um, but shout out to him. I was super happy to see him. I'm just like, oh, I just read the tweet that you made it. Gave him a hug and everything. Just gave him love and everything. We actually, and me, Sophie, and also shout out to Asa Greenfield. Asa was there. Oh, Green River. I'm sorry. Asa was there, and so and oh, Gamer Heads also were there too. Roger,
Yeah,
Trina, and the crew was
I
there.
love
Shout out
myself.
to them. Love those. And I feel bad because I didn't get to see Roger a lot. I seen his team and like was talking to him and just having a good time with them. Hopefully, I made them comfortable. Hopefully, we all was able to interact and just like enjoy each other's time.
It,
Um,
it was so funny because at the end of the convention, Roger turns to Steph and was like, I've seen more of Courtney than I have seen in the entire team. And I said, Roger, that's because I'm stalking you. There's a difference.
Man, I literally like if I came I seen Roger when he came in the room and I seen Roger the day that I was leaving when I seen you all. That's really like the only time I
Oh
didn't even get to see
man.
Roger in passing or anything. Like I said, I seen must have seen than him because I'm assuming that everybody was just busy. Everybody on my y'all know I was busy. I was
Oh
on the
yeah.
floor interviewing, playing games, networking. Like I was go if I came up and got a Red Bull, you see me. Like Courtney, I was always speaking to you every time I see you. I'm like, oh, hey girl, what's up?
Yeah.
If I
I
seen
did it like a every hour mark. I'm like, all right, I've been on the floor for an hour. I need to go sit because if I don't go sit, I'm gonna go pass out. So I'm gonna go sit.
yes, it's so we just yeah, it was just wanted to shout out them too. And just like everybody the Helldivers team, the Helldivers crew was there too. Love those guys. Truly support them. Um we and just got the I didn't even get to see a lot of them too. But because I know they was on the move making Helldivers content and everything. But I was so glad to see them at PAX. Like I was just glad to see a lot of people and even meeting some new people and giving them my card and everything and be like, hey, we're Boss Rush, co-founder. This is the team. We're all here at PAX and everything. So that was really, really good. So we get into the appointment stage of stuff. So Thursday, I got to go to Playism and play their games. And I also got to do an interview um, uh, with that. Give me 1 second. Man, I got to play 4 of the 6 games there. I didn't actually get to um play all of them because they had so many people there um uh with them and I just didn't have enough time to get to all of their games. But a lot of the games that I did play I definitely enjoyed. So I had an interview with Shunji Mitsutani, who is the executive producer at Playism, and Michael Kobayashi. He is assistant producer for some games there at Playism. Um, uh, so yeah, he is the assistant producer of Glacier and Mind Diver. Um, there. And so I have an interview up with them, and those two are just amazing. Shunji, Michael was able to translate Shunji's, because he was speaking in Japanese. He was able to translate for him, and I told him about Haraku, Beyond the Stars, and I didn't get any more new information. But besides, like they're working on it. Hopefully, it'll be out sometime in the future. Hopefully by in 2026. I showed them my Blade Chimera review. Told them that I gave it 5 stars. It's just like everything was so good. From Ladybug, as they were the developers, and I talked to them about Haraka, Beyond the Stars. That I told them that I played in PAX West last year, and I asked him, can you give us any updates or anything? I'm like, if you can't, I understand. That's fine. He was just like, yeah, I really can't speak much about it, but that team is working on it. He asked me, after the interview, what did I think about the game? Or like, what was it that made me feel that way, that loved it? And I was just like, outside of the animation, um, of these games, of that game, and the story, which is great. I was like, the controls were tight. I was having so much fun fighting as that character, and I like this role player game aesthetic and everything. And I was just like, and I fully told them, I'm like, as a demo, this game was so polished that even if you just put it out, if this game was even just 3 hours, it would have been my game of the year. And he was just like, whoa, and Michael told him that, and Shanti was just like, oh, and like gave a really good expression because I was just like, I'm like, I actually told him in an interview, uh, that um I'm like, when I found out that it was coming late 2026, I screamed no. He was laughing. I was just like, because I'm like, I'm like, this game is, it's just like, it's on a level of a triple A game. And I know that may seem like a high mark, a high level, but I'm like, this is how good this game felt to me. Like, this could give a lot of first party and other third party games a run for their money. I'm like, and that was just a demo. And he was just like, thank you so much. I'm like, hopefully I can tell that to the team. Hopefully he does tell it, and we continue with all the other games and stuff, and everything. But I'm so proud of that interview. Getting to talk. I'm proud of all my interviews. I had so much fun with all of them. Trust me, everybody, when you read the rest of these interviews from PAX East, you're going to be amazed. I just had so much fun talking to him. But yeah, I definitely had a great time at Playism with that.
Nice.
Um, Following that, sorry, I have my list. Following with that, I got to go play Tire Boy. And I
Yeah.
have that game. So this is from Game Team 6, and actually have two interviews, but only have one interview up at this time for him. I got to uh talk to Thomas Tobin, who he's the art director of it. So uh yeah, he's the art director of it. And I had a great talk to him while playing the game. So this was a test. So this was a test for my microphone. Ooh, sorry about my microphone, because while I had it connected to my shirt while playing the game, while I'm asking questions, and he's speaking, and it's picking up good. And Tire Boy is so much. It's going to be so much fun.
Yes.
The controls were great. The story is super bizarre, but I like bizarre stories. So the premise is you play as a boy who is a tire with human legs and hands, and you can fight with different weapons that you'll find around the world. Um, but the but what happened was that you and your I'm going to say village of people who are all tires um are on a ship. You're out on sea, and something happens to the ship. It gets shipwrecked. You don't know what happened to the people, but somehow you, as a baby tire, ends up on this island. Uh, then you grow up. I think it's 6 years or a couple of years after the shipwreck happens. You grow up, and you're just on this island, and you'll be able to explore and discover. Um, so you can walk around slow to attack enemies, but when you jump into your tire, you start moving around fast. So it has this Breath of the Wild and meets Sonic the Hedgehog feel to it.
Yes.
It is so fun, so good. You'll be able to go up ramps, and you see this little red kind of line that matches along with you to make you know like where you're going, and it locks on your ramps, so you'll never fall off unless you jump
Nice.
off and everything.
Yeah, I
Uh,
was in the expo hall and I was trying to walk to another game. And it stopped me at my tracks. I saw someone playing it, and I was like, "That's cool." Just saw the tire rolling around, and then they stopped, and these legs and arms came out. I was like, "What am I staring at?" And then all of a sudden, she's picking her weapon. She wanted this flower that she's able to like fly across, and I was like,
yes,
I have to talk to somebody. And so I talked to the guy, and I was like, this is a cool game. And I saw that other one, and he's talking about how the Tire Boy game is like his big project. It's his baby, but he got burnt out, so he made the Vertigo game that was next to it.
yes, which
And
I
now,
wanted to play, and I didn't get a chance to play it.
Yeah, I didn't play any of them. I just wanted to watch. I'm more of like a people watching play games because
Uh-huh.
I'm bad at them. But I loved watching them. And he was like, yeah, this game made me realize that I could add more things to my other game. I was like, that's awesome. That's such a good story.
So that's Corey Martin. Everybody, I have an interview with him. I'll be working on and getting that one out. Which is the funny thing that you mentioned that Cordy, because when I went to my appointment for Tire Boy, Corey was somewhere else. I think he went to go get lunch or something. He went to go take a break. So while playing the game, I'm talking to Martin and I'm doing not Martin. I'm sorry. Goodness, I'm talking to Thomas. Sorry, Ruddy. I'm bad with names some days. Um, I'm talking to Thomas, and we have a really good conversation. It's just like I can answer your questions if you need, if you want me to, if you want to wait, you can. I'm like, no. I'm like, if you're down for an interview, I would love to have, because that was one of the great things is that I got to talk to a lot of the developers and not just the main creator and everything. So, um, truly, yeah, just had so much fun.
Oh, yeah.
Uh, so, Courtney, before I go into my next session, what else did you do on day one?
On day, I didn't really do much. I mean, for me, day one is like trying to get my toes in because
Uh,
literally the last event that I did was probably in October. I did one in January, but it's so far apart that like you don't get to talk to people anymore, and but
mhm.
not like talk to people about things you're excited about because they're excited about it. You're talking to people about like your 9 to 5 job and your kids and what you did and are you eating lunch. You don't talk about like your passions and like things you're excited about. So like day
Yes.
one for me, I was more of okay, is it okay to talk about Star Wars? Is it okay to talk about Magic of the Gathering over here with Final Fantasy and whatnot? I'm just gonna walk around. We'll listen. We'll listen, and that's all I did. I need to be
Okay.
braver.
Well, after I went to Tire Boy, I believe I had time to go eat, so I got a poke bowl there, which was
Mm.
really good. Just oh so delicious. From them. Nice, good. The sauce that they had was like it was a sweet soy sauce kind of thing, which was good. The salmon was or the salmon or salmon, however everybody want to take it, was good. I had some kind of peas in it. I don't know which kind of peas they were, but they were delicious, and the rice was just cooked perfectly. It was in the small little bowl, and I was just like, may I have more, sir?
Chop it
But
up.
yes, but ate it, and I will say this: Mountain Dew, along with the Red Bull, was my savior.
Oh
Because
my gosh.
when I needed energy, I was just like, okay, I'm gonna get a wild berry, Red Bull, which is so super funny. Once again, everybody, the wild berry Red Bull is starting to become popular.
Oh yeah.
Just on Friday, um I was ringing up people with the Red Bull. Like I had to work at two different stores, Walgreens. Everybody, I had to work there, and I seen like one customer buy the Wildberry Red Bull, got to my store and did the same thing. Saw another person buy it. I'm like, oh, this is if this continues on, this is about to be the drink of the summer for energy
Oh yeah.
lovers because it's so good and so mellow, with it, sugar free or regular, with it. But be aware, everybody, don't drink too much of it. Have it
Yeah.
when you need it.
Oh my god, Steph was scaring me when she was like, I can't drink too much because Red Bulls gave me like a hole in her stomach or something. I was
Yeah.
like, that's a thing? As I'm chugging my fourth Red Bull, I'm like, forget it.
uh well, for me, I got to talk to after I ate, and also made some rounds with some things. I got to talk to Anthony Hilkman. He is developing a game called Light Haze World.
Mm.
And I finished it. I have the interview. ready to go. I just got to touch some things up, like edit wise, and then send it out to our copy editors, and then hopefully they look it over and then put it out. So that'll be my next interview for PAX East. Uh, but it's dealing with a boy named Nim, and he has anxiety. Um, he's going to a mall to get dog food for his dog. But when he gets there and he's around all of these people, the world around him starts falling apart, and he rebuilds it into like a puzzle. So he'll be able to not feel overwhelmed and be able to like move through it. The demo was super tight, really good. I had so much fun. Really makes you think, and it's not too many puzzles. So I do want everybody to read that interview when it drops. Uh, but it was so good, and it was good to talk to Ant. I that's where I got that's where I talked to him as in the interview. And we just had a really good talk about you know games dealing with mental health, and just talking about like we here at Boss Rush, like that's one of our things that we do talk about. We do talk about games that deal with mental health. Um and we do talk about how when there is a game that so well, we want to highlight it, and so that people could experience this stuff. So we had a really good discussion for Light Haze World. Um, so yeah, I'm super excited for that interview. Just like I spent 30 minutes with it, and then I was just like, okay, let me get into this interview for it. Because I kind of got to where the demo ends when I was in the mall, and I started to do the interview. Uh, and shout out to all the PR people who kept us on time and for appointments. Thank you so
Yeah.
much for y'all assistance.
I need to figure out what website they're using because I tried to log in to like schedule a time and it was like, you already have an account. I was like, I've never made an account.
Yeah. Uh, my last one that I got to play was Section 13.
Mm.
I didn't get to do an interview with anybody. It was just more of a come and play and check it out. And it's kind of like a four-player um uh it's like a four-player no, no, not four-player, I'm sorry. It's a dyad kind of roguelike zombie shooter with it. um and it was kind of, they're going to offer controls, and they are going to offer mouse and keyboard. And I think there was just too many systems, and it was too loud to grasp everything. Listening to try to hear the team and stuff. People, there was just so many voices overpower them, but it's not a bad game. I'm looking forward to this one. And I was just trying to learn stuff. I think I think playing it at PAX East gave me a good idea, but I think it's something that I need to play at home
Yeah.
when it's a little bit more tighter in some areas and stuff. I was actually able to go to a bonus level and was the first person to beat the boss, the special boss in it, just even with the health and everything. And they were watching. Some of the developers were watching, and they were just like, "Oh, just like you, that's okay." Because I would have did figure. I was kind of doing like the infinity kind of sign. So I
Yeah.
was just running and shooting and keeping them on the move because I was in this tight space with it. And when I got to the boss and everything, and I was able to handle them and beat them, they were just like, "Oh." You the first person when they say I was the first person to beat them and I got and stuff. There was a lot of stuff I still didn't understand for the sisters and everything. So I kind of felt like, all right, this is something that I need to sit down with, play it again, and just learn, be able to learn what it is because the controls were set to kind of the mouse controls, and I wasn't able to in that limited time that I had, I wasn't able to customize my controls to make the experience a little bit better. But I am excited for what they are doing with that game. Um, Truly excited to play more of it. I gotta find who the developers is. But Courty, uh, l- let's talk about our time having tacos.
Oh, tacos.
'Cause-
Okay. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for you to mention the other one, but okay, yes.
Okay, but
Tacos.
go ahead. Yeah, talk about the tacos.
Okay. We were by ourselves, and Steph was rushing us because it was a reservation, and I was like, "Man, this place is gonna be not cracked, crowded. If we needed to make a reservation." And we went in there, and they had no Dr. Peppers. Boston doesn't believe in Dr. Peppers or Coke. They only believe in Pepsi and what's the Sprite? It's not Sprite though. Spritz? Sierra Mist?
Starry.
Sorry. Yeah. No. Give me my battery burning acid drink, please. All right? Please. Me and Pat both. And he even tried. He almost got away with it. He was all like, "What about Diet Coke?" And she goes, "I've got Diet Pepsi." Looked at me and I was like, "I can't believe you did that." But yeah, this taco, I had enchiladas. It was good. It was spicy, but it was good.
Yeah.
It had a lot of
So
flavor, especially compared to last year. I don't know why, but Boston's food last year had no food, like no flavor. And I think it's
yeah,
because of like, it was like fish, like clam chowder. And what else did we eat? Like meatballs that were at a fish place and not at an Italian restaurant.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um. So it's Ocean sorry everybody. It is Ocean Drive Studios, everybody. So you can check it out. Their game is releasing May 26th, 2025, for Section 13. So I am definitely going to be playing it, picking it up and giving it a run. Because I'm super, super excited for this game. I just need to like really sit down. So I'll be definitely picking it up. It's coming out in like in 2 more weeks. From the time of this, oh, actually no, it would be out next Friday, I believe. When it drops. Yeah, it's coming up. It's coming to Steam, PS5, and Xbox. So I'll be able to play it on my Series X. So I'll have more time to play it and everything.
Nice.
For me, because I think the place is called Pink Tacos.
It is.
Um,
I didn't want to say it, but yeah, it's called pink tacos.
uh, so I kind of had some pineapple pork tacos, which was really good, really
Mm,
seasoned. It was spicy though.
yeah.
I had a pineapple burrito, and that's just my drink anytime I go to a Mexican restaurant. Um, the rice and beans was on point.
Oh yeah.
I was just like, yes, this is so
Yeah.
good. It was just amazing. Great conversation about PAX, and then Kenchika joined us on that one, and I
And
asked her a
Nelly.
question. Yeah, yes, and Nelly. Shout out to Nelly. She was also part of the crew. So it's about 7 of us, I should say, or 8
Yeah.
of us, I think. Shout out to Nelly. I completely forgot about her. I'm sorry, Nelly. Um, and we had a good time, and then we was heading back to the hotel to get our articles and stuff up, write our diaries. What was funny, Courtney and Nelly was talking about hotel stuff, and I just scooted my way out because I was full. I was just like, oh damn, the girl
We
check about
we
her.
made a connection, okay? We both work at the same hotel in different states, okay? Like we're now like blood sisters. So we're like sisterhood of the traveling pants now, but it's traveling hotels.
right. and and I just have my messenger back, and I'm just like, I'm gonna walk this way with them.
Yeah, it's
So
so bad as y'all all left us. I thought we were waiting for her Lyft or Uber to take her home, and y'all have already like halfway down. And I was like, I don't know where I'm at. I'm going to have to leave you. I'm so sorry. And she goes, it's okay. It's fine.
okay, all right. I didn't know. I was just like, okay, because like, are we waiting? I didn't know what's going on.
I mean, that's
So
what we all agreed to, and then we stood there, and everyone started walking. I was like, hey,
look, I got left at the hotel Thursday. She's like, it's like, where did they go? And I had to, because I thought they went upstairs, and I know I had to leave.
we did.
Friday, everybody, I had to leave so I could get to my appointment on Friday. I was just like, I got to go because, and then it's like, oh, we're already at the place. I'm like, where did y'all leave? How did y'all go? Where did you?
That's so
Like,
bad.
I thought.
That is my fault. It's my fault because I remember in the beginning, okay, Ed's at breakfast, he's downstairs, he's waiting for us. So we're gonna get ready and we're gonna go. Somehow from there to the door, it has slipped my mind. And then we walked all the way to the media room. I sit there and I get the text, let me know when you're ready. And I look at them and they're like, what is he talking about? I was like, we were supposed to all walk together.
Because y'all didn't come back downstairs and y'all didn't go to the door we actually went. Was there another door on the other side?
No, we went through those doors. We went down the same elevators we all took, and we went down the.
How did I miss y'all? Because I was sitting right
Wow.
there.
We didn't take the other doors till Sunday. Yeah, we started taking the other doors Sunday. Yeah, but then Pat was like, "You left him or something like 30 minutes." He goes, "Yeah, we should wait 30 minutes because that's what he did to me." And I was like, "Okay."
I was like, I'm sorry, I didn't know. So that's fine.
Yeah.
But I was able to get there. I seen you guys. I was all good. Not mad or anything.
Yeah, right. Wait till PAX West. You're gonna just start leaving and going, I'm waiting for you guys.
Oh, yeah. PAX West is gonna be interesting. I'm super excited for PAX
It's
West.
gonna be my first year at PAX West. I'm so excited.
Yes.
Ugh.
So we got to figure out that arrangement. I'm like, are we doing another hotel or Airbnb?
I'm on it. I don't know what we're doing, but the PAX hotel thing happens on the 22nd. And I'm watching it like tickets. Okay, we're gonna get 2 rooms. I'm ordering them so that we don't have to worry about it, and I'm gonna make sure that we get as many beds as we can.
Right. So we all we eat, we get home, we relax. I didn't even cut on none of the TV. I just got on my computer, which was an adventure of getting online with that, but we got that all settled. And I was just doing like YouTube stuff while writing my articles and editing. You know, unloading my or downloading my audio files and trying to get them translated to speech. I mean to written text, and then edited stuff there and everything. So that's what I spent. And then I roomed with Pat and Block. They were able to, like I said, I let them sleep in the bed, and I took the fold out couch.
Y'all's room was so nice.
Oh
I was
heck
not
yeah!
expecting it. I was not. I've never seen it so nice.
I kind of was just like, if this was a studio apartment, I would live here.
Mm-hmm. That was so nice. So if you walk in, it had like the dining room and the kitchen, living room, and then you take a right, and it's a hallway, but it's like the bed hallway, and it fit 2 beds. And we were on the 7th floor, and we had the water view. Oh my god!
We had the view of the city, and it was just beautiful. Yeah. So that was day 1 of PAX East. And so day 2 of PAX happens. We meet up with Toge Productions. This is on a Friday, and we're having breakfast with them, and they're getting ready to get back. And then also some of the people that we've met, like Ant, he was there at our hotel eating. Like some of the other people that we kind of knew, like Lawson Call, Abram, and Luke, we got to meet. They were at our hotel. And Matt and James and Sophia from the gangs, they were at our hotel and everything. So it was just so good to see people that we knew that was at our hotel and
Yeah.
everything. And they all had appointments and stuff. So we all get back to PAX East again. We get our bags checked, and we get to the media room. We meet up with Sophie, and we go about that. What did you do that day, Courtney?
So that day, I stayed more on indie. I think I followed you and Pat on interviews that y'all had,
Mm-hmm.
and I kept hearing in the media room because I stayed there for like the first hour, just so people could kind of get in, and I kept hearing people complain that black coffee was $5, $10, and they weren't happy about that. People were not happy about the just solid black coffee was $5 to $10. And I was like, no, I mean, you can go to Starbucks. It's across the other side, and you can spend $8 to $12 on not black coffee. Oh, and
Yes.
then the Amazon thing amazed me. That was so cool. You put your card on the thingy like a bus pass, and you walk through,
Yeah.
and you pick out your food, and then you leave. Magic. It's witchcraft.
Yeah. They charge you and everything. So yeah.
Yeah, that was really cool. I can't really remember much of Friday.
Well, I know me and you, we met up for Fresh Tracks.
Yes. Okay.
I will, yes, I would get into that one. But I was with Tollgate Productions, and I played their game, some of their games and stuff. I didn't get the interview or anything, but I played their games. I was super excited, had fun with them. Um but Fresh Tracks. Um, this was at the Evolve, not Evolve booth. This is Buffalo, um, as a Buffalo Games, and I think we got to talk to Chris, um, or we got to talk to their music director
Yeah.
there, with it. And so he's showing off the game, and what it is a road like rhythm game, where you're skiing, and everything, and you have to. We played on PlayStation 5. You had to move your analog stick, to lean, but also be on beat and catch these orbs and stuff. And then once you catch enough, you'll have the superpower that you can move. There were bosses and stuff, and you got to choose your path, and your path led to what difficulty you were going to go. And the difficulty is very random, with it. They got their music from some students at Berkeley College, which was amazing. Oh, the music was so good. Just even the tutorial, I was straight jamming. I will admit, I let Courtney handle the rest, as I did
Hands
not
on.
like to play the game.
Hey,
uh,
you're already in there.
yes. So that is a interview that I'm also working on, Courtney. I just got to get everything. That thing is like 11 pages, so I really got to go through everything.
I'm
Um,
excited for that one. That one, I mean, we really broke down to the details of the skis, to the hand, to him playing difficulty mode, to easy mode, and that's just trying to like the game isn't. I was kind of disappointed that there was another music game that everyone was into, and it was like a dance pad one where you like
mhm.
hit all the beats onto the black screen, and then like that was it of the game. But this one, it was pretty much the same concept of the game with the music, but it had a story mode to it. And I was so upset that they didn't do that. Like no one was
So
as crowded.
Nocturne, a story RPG with rhythm combat
Yeah.
is the one. I got to speak with the creator, uh, the lead director of the game, the music director, and another person there. So
Yeah.
I got to speak to all three of them there. I got a 2-part interview with that, and they were done Sunday. Now this is the funny thing about them. I went to go look at the game and everything, uh, and they were just like, "Do you have a?" I'm like, "Oh, we see that your media. Do you have an appointment?" And I said, "No, I don't. I didn't get like an email or anything to to interview or to play the game and stuff." They were just like, "Will you be down to do one anytime in the future, like this week?" I was just like, I can. I'm like, are you like what you got? Are you free Sunday? And didn't know I was speaking to the creative director, like the lead director of the
Oh,
game.
nice.
And so he was just like, if you gotta I'm like, if you want to do it at 2 p.m., we could do it at 2 p.m. I was just like, full on, yes. So I got to lock in. No, at 4. I got to play the game. I was late because I was praying fretless, which was another
Yeah.
um which is another rhythm like RPG game, which I didn't even like. The same thing with Nocturne. I got an appointment with them on the spot because I was looking. I'm just like, I heard you guys. I heard this game was a game to play and everything, and I always wanted to try it, but you guys were always packed. And they were just like, "Well, we're seeing you media. Would you like to play the game and get an interview?" And I was like, "Yeah." So I got to speak with one of their team members, so the musical director of not the musical director. I got to speak with the art director of Fretless. So I got that interview that I gotta work on everybody too. But Fresh Light just man or Fresh Tracks, I'm sorry. Just I actually told them I was just like I was moving along while playing the game. My body was reacting, and it couldn't react to the music as good as it was because the gameplay was kind of like, oh, this gameplay feel like it's in my soul. Like it's part of my body moving and everything. You know how you do the Mario, sometimes you jump and everything. That's how this game feel. But I was just like, man, the house tracks were banging. The
Oh yeah.
singer was just amazing. I was just like, ooh. I was just like, I can't dance to this right now. And I literally told them, I'm just like, I cannot wait till you put out the soundtrack. I hope like I hopefully
Yeah.
you guys put out the soundtrack to this. But
All I
yeah,
kept
Fresh Tracks was
hearing
so good.
when interviewing and like talking to him, all I heard was, when's the soundtrack coming out? Is the soundtrack out? When's the soundtrack out? That's all I kept hearing. I was like, that's your secret. That's your secret sauce. That right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because the gameplay is great. It's you you have to memorize. The thing about it is when you get to those levels and you memorize everything, it becomes easy. You get to learn it. Yeah, you're gonna make mistakes and everything, but I'm like, once you get the memorization of the controls and stuff and memorize of the levels, you would definitely be fine and everything. I
Yeah.
didn't get to fight any of the bosses, but I was just like, I'm super excited for this game. Yeah, Fresh Tracks is definitely on my radar, uh, and everything. Anything, Courty, on your side that you did?
Other than fresh tracks, not really. Let's see. I played royalty free for all again. I did fresh tracks. My goal that day was trying to find creators I kept seeing on Instagram who said that they were there. That I couldn't find. Like I couldn't find anybody. I did find Danny. I was CG Danny B. I was bugging him the entire time. He posted on his Instagram. He's like, "Oh, these are the people I saw day one." I was like, "We didn't take a picture." He goes, "We don't need to take a picture." I was like, "How rude!" He was so mean to me, and I'm glad he has a podcast, and hopefully he listens to this too. He's so mean. He's the worst celebrity influence person I've ever met in real life.
Says the person who did an interview podcast with him.
No, honestly, he was all smiles. I kept bugging him though, because like y'all all had your appointments. I didn't have any appointments. Knowing me, if I had appointments, I would have fumbled the ball and I would have missed at least three. So I was like, I'm just gonna walk in, and if they do an interview, they do an interview. But I kept bugging him because I kept seeing him, and I was like, hey, can I like follow you around? Can I do this? Like, can I hang out with you? And he's like, yeah. And then he'd like leave me, but then I'd find Roger and his crew. And so then I just kept just like hanging out with them. Yeah, my goal was to hang out with people and like try to make connections. Cause I was trying to brace for impact for Saturday, because Saturday I was not mentally ready for. Um, but my goal was to like figure out the little things on where I wanted to go, because Sunday me, I get all nervous and stuff like the beginning, and then towards the end, that's where I'm the most comfortable. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this and this and this and this and this, but everyone else is too tired for me. But I'm not. I got my second wind, you know.
No, I was gung ho every day. Like I said, once everybody, I would get to, um, I would get to Saturday night. Well, for me, I'm just gonna speak on these two games, because I didn't really. There was an appointment that I missed with Super Cucumber. I mixed them, because I was playing Pick Me, which
Oh,
is
nice.
a AI speed dating game. It's online, and I got an interview with the PR manager there. Oh, we had such a great talk, and he was so fun and energetic, and he was super happy. He was just like, "I'm super here to get like feedback and take it back to the team, because the developers are in China and everything." And I was just like super happy for this game. I won all three games that I played. I did three versions of it. I was able to customize my character, and it has a kind of card based Uno style thing where you can stop your player or and make them mess up and everything. And what you're supposed to do is that uh there are times where you like he'll ask a question and you got to be the first to hit the button to answer it. The thing about it is that you have to make your own answers. So you have to type in the answer. There is no multiple choice anywhere. So you have to answer and try to convince the AI person that you're dating um to like find interest in you. And they won't be the AI will be shady.
Mm-hmm.
It needs to. It would let you know. I was just like, oh, he's being shady to you and everything. And so, and so when you put out these cards and stuff, and on your opponent and everything, it affects them. But your opponent sometimes can do a reflect card and block it. And
Mm.
so you lose a card, you be like, oh, and everything. And so me and this one player, we're doing it. Me and this other guy, we do it and stuff. I did mine as a male, so I go I go one round as a male and then run around as a female maid who's a ninja assassin. um and I tell them one of them I told them I'm from a rock band. Another I told I was like I was a ninja maid assassin, and I was with the second player, and we were taking down the Terminator and stuff like that. And we was just like, I was bouncing off, and the other players was just like, I really don't know what to say sometimes. I'm like, it's all about improv. It's about saying, yeah, it is about saying the crazy stuff, but it's also about saying something that's going to um not trick the AI, but make the AI lean more to you. So your strategy is it's just like using like the correct phrases to get to it and everything.
Yeah. I like that bag so much on it. I ended up buying game or the demo. I spent like $10 on Steam, and they were like, "Here's your bag." I was like, "Oh, okay. I got a game that I get to play when I come home."
Nice. Yeah. Pick me is it is so much fun. With it, I think right now they're just focusing on PC because of the
Yeah.
AI stuff. Which is really cool. Um, and then I got to play Pizza Bandit, which is like a 4 player. It's not PvP, but it's a 4 player, where you and 3 other people are trying to stop these monsters from taking your pizza business down. You used to be a mercenary, and you are now retired, but now you have to take on jobs so you can make money to run your pizza business. And
Yeah.
so while you have other players kind of defending the place and everything, you also got to make the pizzas, and you have to make it in a certain way with certain things, and then put it into the delivery so people could come and pick it up while your teammates is fighting all of these monsters. It was really fun. I didn't get to talk to anybody with that, but I was super happy with my experience with that game with Pizza Bandits.
Yes.
Um, so our Friday meal, I had some just food at the that I bought from the grocery store. So I cooked those and ate it. Um, and plus I had a big thing of apple juice, so half of my apple juice was gone, but it was nice and cold. Shout out to Block, who was like so hospitable and everything, and like he was just such a great guy. So thank you, Block, for that, for putting our food up and stuff. Um, I think I I think Friday, was it also Friday? Was it Friday that we had pizza?
Yeah, we ordered pizza.
Okay,
Yeah, because
yeah.
Block was out. He was down for 2 days after.
Yes. So they also had pizza. Everybody, the pizza was good too.
It was.
So yeah, so everybody was chilling at our place. Um, Friday, and everything. And we had pizza. We also got to play a card game about presidents and scandals, and everything.
Yeah, it
It
was
was a little bit
hilarious.
confusing, but we had so much fun. We were laughing and everything. uh, I think I think there's a picture of me with some cards and stuff. It was just so much fun, with that. So that was Friday.
Yeah.
And then we get into Saturday. um, so Saturday, I got to actually play some more games. I also actually, which is some, I also got to play this retro style game for a particular system. I'm under embargo until it gets announced, so I really can't talk about it.
Ooh.
But I do have an interview with these 2 developers. Um, and so I'll be working on that. I'm going to try to get that one done too this week. So when it does get announced, I could put it out with that announcement, and people could read it, that interview. At this time, that's all I could say. I really can't say no more. This one, I got the email about it Friday night, and I just like, can we meet up? And there was a misunderstanding about the time, because I put it at 1:30, but on their system it said 2:30, so everything was mixed up. But I was able to talk to them, and I'm not gonna say any more about it. They showed me kind of something, and I'm gonna leave it at there. Hopefully, you guys can read the interview to learn more about it. But we just had a really good discussion about it. So I get in, and um, my first appointment was at Interactive Ontario Games, and I got to play 3 of their games, that that I'll be working on with their interviews, but had a really great discussion with them. So my first one, uh, I got to talk about what Skies of Light, which just like this kind of flying game. I also got to talk about Endless Nights, which is a Metroidvania that deals with mental health and music. And then All Can Survive, which is a
Mm.
survival game, first person survival game, which I got to talk about also. So I'm going to be editing those reviews. I didn't get to play those games and stuff, but we did get to talk about them, and I got to learn more about them. Really, just had such a great time talking to all three guys, and their and the teams and stuff. Endless Nights, I would say, is probably not, and this is nothing against the other two games. Endless Nights, we had a really good conversation because, of course, mental health and music. But I asked the team lead, one of the CEOs or directors, I asked them like, would there be acapella in it? Because that's something that's not in games. We don't have a acapella section in
Yeah.
rhythm games or music or anything. And he said no, he doesn't have one, but he likes the idea, thinking about it. And we got to talking about hip hop and everything, and just all these different music genres and stuff. And he said what he's been learning about, he's been learning things that he could work on to make the game better by seeing everybody play, which is super super great. I'm definitely excited to work on those. Work on those interviews and get them out. And Aracon Survive sounds really good. What I loved about that interview is that, just the passion that him and the team has, and just talking about camping and surviving in nature. And it was such a great, it was just such a great one. And Skies of Light, which just like, it was really fun too, also. So uh those were kind of like my first ones. um I did also get to try out Runic Heroes, where Runic is the creators. It's a company, and they made a 4-player beat 'em up called Heroes of Mount Dragon. They had a contest. If you was the highest scoring, you could win a couch and everything. I ended up dying and losing like 2,000 points, and I'm just like, oh dang it. But that was really cool. Funny thing about them though, too. Sorry about that. I'm using that phrase. Uh, I was just like, we were talking and stuff, and I was looking at the game, and we were just having some good conversation, and I was just like, I don't think I have an appointment with y'all, and we looked. They're just like, wait a minute, are you Edward? I was just like, yes, because I have my Boss Rush shirt on. It's like, from Boss Rush, right? I'm like, yeah. It's like, oh, you do have an appointment with us at this time. Oh, I'm like, oh, then I'll see you guys next day. I was just like, thank you for the chat. Like, I was having just a normal chat with them and learn about what they want to do with the game. They got like, they got a card game with it. They got merch and stuff. It was just so beautiful, and I'm just like, I, I got so wrapped up in the conversation, I forgot about the game. When I was talking to him, I mean, the game was just up my alley and everything. And I was just thinking of, I think it's Dungeons and Dragons that Capcom did a beat 'em up for, and everything, and it reminded me of that. I'm just like, but I'm like, beat 'em ups is like one of my number one genres that I love
Yeah.
to play. So I got to play that game. I didn't really get a interview with them and everything when I actually went and stuff. But I just got to play it and get a feel for it. Um, but I also, um before I get to my other two, what did you do that day, Courtney?
That day I hid. I hid everywhere. So Saturday, it's always been, and even whenever you look at like PAX East, things to do like Thursday to Sunday, they're always saying Saturday is the sold out. There's nothing to do. Everything's crowded. You're either gonna just, it's like Disneyland. That's equivalent to PAX East on a Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I'm not a line person, so what am I gonna do? So I went through the PAX Nav, and I just liked a bunch of panels that I thought I could be interested in. And I think, honestly, next year, I think I'm going to have 2 days where I do nothing but panels because I felt so inspired and I got accidentally into things that I shouldn't have gotten into that I was so grateful of getting into. Like starters, I went to the beginning. Oh, I don't remember what um panel it was, but it was like for game devs, like people who want to be in like the gaming space but like want to what odd jobs you can have in the gaming space. And it had Crackle in it, and there was two other people. It was four people. One was in trivia, but I don't know any of their names. My brain's still fried from PAX. But it was so good to like listen to them because the panel, it went down to like the question side, and they were like, oh, if you have questions, ask us. And majority of the questions was, do I make my resume this way? How do I do this? How do I do that? And it was Doug Cockle. He went off and he said, we don't want any more resume questions. I want actual genuine questions. He goes, because what you're doing is you're missing out on the right questions that you should be asking. Because building a resume, finding a job, and waiting for the door to be open shouldn't be in your vocabulary. You need to be kicking the door open. And I was like, that's inspirational. I need to start kicking doors open and just see what happens, right? I went into that panel, and then I tried the floor a little bit. I actually went through, because I had to wait for the Warframe panel. I went back downstairs and I looked at like where the slowest area was, and my eyes were showing me that the magic side was. I was like, okay, they got trading cards. We're gonna go try trading cards. So I went over there and I was like, all right, it is your time to show me Magic of the Gathering. And they're like, cool, watch this video, you get cards. I was like, ooh, okay. I watched the video, I got cards, and they were like, great, now you're on a quest. You get 5 more packs of cards if you go do this, 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 and this, and this. I was like, I'm not doing this on a Saturday. Thank you for your cards. Thank you for the show, but I'm going to go. So then I left, and it was around the time that the Warframe thing was about to happen. And what it is, it was like early access to the to what they're doing, to like their next game, their next whatevers. And I, like a good Samaritan with a media badge, waited in the long line with people, right? Good Samaritan. Yes. I waited in the line. I was like, all right, this is one line I can wait in because I know that there's chairs. We'll find great things in this one, because I think I went to Warframes last year and it was cool. I liked it. And let's see, I helped the people in front of me. His guy left to go use the bathroom, and this guy's struggling. He's got chairs and backpacks, and I was like, let me help you. Please let me help you. And so I helped him. We get back into the line. His friend comes back. He's like, I'm so sorry. And I was like, you know what? You should be. You left your friend here all by himself in this big old line trying to help you out, and you got to go use the bathroom. You could have held it like everybody else. And I was just messing with him. And he knew I was messing with him. And then when they let us in, I took a hard left, and I wanted to be in the front. I don't know who was in the front. I didn't care. I wanted to have front access. That was my goal. And I went up there, and Roger and his crew and, what's his name? Verander and his friends, like all the media, was front row seats. I was like, oh my God, how'd y'all get in here first? They were like, we showed our badge and they just let us sit in here. I was like, you are ungrateful Samaritans. Y'all should have waited for everybody else.
Heathens.
Heathens, I know. But then they came out with their announcements, which if you haven't seen the dev stream, you should totally go see it. They talk about Warframe and their new monster, I don't know what they're called, but they're creators. They talked about their upcoming game called Soulframe, which I'm a little skeptical about, only because it was giving Twilight Princess Zelda mix. Well, Tears of the Kingdom, Twilight Princess and Tears of the Kingdom kind of mix, and I don't know. I'll have to wait and play the game. But they were talking about that, and then Ben Starr was in there, and he's the voice actor of the last person that they are. And he was like, I want to be a hot person. Why did you make this guy hotter than me? And da da da. It was hilarious. It was my favorite. Joking, I was like, oh, that's so funny. He was also wearing, and I don't know if you know this game, it's called Love in Deep Space.
Yeah.
He was wearing Silas all over his shirt. I was like, oh my God, we love a king. We
uh,
love it. And then one of the PRs for Warframe stopped us at the end of it, and they were like, "We have this press thing. Y'all are more than welcome to come to." And I was like, "Ooh, okay." Well, I'm texting y'all, and y'all are like, "We're about to go do lunch." I'm like, "Well, I guess I'm starving because I feel like I need to go into this secret meeting thing. Like it's my calling, right?" And so I went into that. They took us they took us out of the convention towards the west end. I was like, great, this isn't a press meeting at all. They're kicking us out because we know too much. But no, there's like a secret room, like a conference room, and they sat all of us who were media into this room, and we got to ask questions and like pick their brains on the game and like what was able to come up and like all these things. And it was cool to see people in media kind of work their magic because
yes.
like I see us in our boss rush, and I see like our brains in our Google Docs and like how we want to ask questions and what we want to ask. But it was so cool to see like how other people pick theirs, because there was some people on the phone and they were like, okay, you want me to ask what question, blah 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 blah. Okay, they said this, and then like I mean everyone was a man on a mission for these questions, and I was like, this is cool stuff. And then I think I got done with that, and then I don't think I ate that day. No, I did. I had a cookie because they gave us cookies and like these lunch boxes at the
Mhm.
Weston press thing. I felt super bougie. I felt like, I don't know, I just felt special. And then we went to video game trivia night, and I tried to save everyone's seats. And then I got the text message that they weren't allowed to come in. And I was like, I literally have two more seats beside me. I don't bite.
Which then it was just like they actually had like more seats open.
Yeah.
So Stephanie, me, and uh me and Grayson for GameSpot, shout out to him. We went. Nelly uh got an Uber to go back to her hotel because she had schoolwork and stuff to do, and she's just like she was gonna rest.
Mhm.
And so we was able to get in, and which was funny is we got in right before the show started, and like six people up and left the thing, just up and left the panel. So we
Nice.
was like, oh wow. So I guess they weren't enjoying it. I don't know what their reason was.
Yeah,
But they up and left. I would get to that one because the audience did win. That was really fun.
we did win.
um I would let me get to my last two parts and then the food that I got to before we get into video game trivia. So with me, and I'm just gonna be quick about this. I got to play Hank drowning on dry land, which is
Mm.
a homebrew Batman Beyond inspired game. Uh, and it's very cinematic, kind of like a puzzle game, like and stuff. Really, they just have one level, and it's pretty much you play as Hank, and if you mess up, you get to rewind time. It is a time adventure, so there are puzzles that you have to solve by using time. And so it's really cool. It's from a Polish developer, and I spent 40 minutes literally just talking to him, because I wanted to hear everything that he had to say. I told him how beautiful the game looked. I was proud of the team. And we were talking about pricing, and we were just talking about the game and gaming life in Poland and development. and I know he had just got to eat it. And I think I made his sushi warm, and I was just like, I apologize. I know you need to eat and everything, and I got another appointment and stuff. I'm just like, but we really talked about the game, and he directed me and he helped me, and I was just like, oh, this is really cool. And we just like, even when I was done with the game, put the controller down, we just spent that time somewhat. We felt like we it felt like a podcast to me, that we were in such a great conversation. And you know, I finished that up. I left to get ready for my next appointment, but I went back and I was just like, oh, I forgot to say, tell the team when you get back to Poland, tell the team they did a phenomenal job with this demo. I'm looking forward to this game. I'm just like, you guys really worked hard. I can't wait to see more of this, because I think this game is a Game of the Year nominee. It could actually be a winner and stuff. Like, you guys are on the right track. Please don't give up. Hopefully there is some more funding that comes your way for you guys to make this game. I know this is probably a passion project, even though, like I said, even though the game is not long. I definitely support this game, and I left PAX East feeling like, even with royalty free for all, I feel like Hank drowning on dry land. Maybe, like, I'm battling between which is my number one. Like, I haven't even made my list yet, but I'm working on my list. But I was so passionate about Hank, and like, that's all I could talk about was really just that interview, that discussion with Kuba, who was the director of it. But I'm just like, I can't stop talking about your game. And I think that literally is may just be like my number one, and royalty is probably gonna be my number two. I haven't made my list yet, but man, I think having that conversation with them um made me proud. Um to have this moment to interview, and I'm just like, that helped me realize, just like, I love doing this at Boss Rush. Like, I love this interaction, and I think it was, I was thinking about this. I was just, and I talked to Corey about this. I was just like, when I did PAX East 2024, and talking to like Daniel Poser from Robots at Midnight, and talking to all of these other developers and writing this stuff out, I'm like, podcast has helped me get ready to do these interviews. I think I even told you that when we was talking and
Yeah.
everything, and I was just like, I love networking this way and asking these questions and doing these interviews, because something about it just feels so real. And my goal is, yes, to introduce readers and listeners to these new developers and these games and stuff, but it's just like also to have that connection with them and everything. And I come away from these interviews feeling energetic and super impressed and seeing their game and stuff. So that one was really good. And then my last one for that day was Swap Meet. And this is a kind of uh shoot, not like a third person um uh third person shooter game. It's not like really levels of stuff and everything. But what it is like, you defeat certain enemies, you get to swap body parts and everything. And I guess you're trying to, like, fight all these different kinds of meat and everything. And so I played that. I got three chances. So after I died on my third chance, that was it. I didn't get an interview nobody, but I got to spin the wheel and and get some stuff. I actually got some extra stuff, because some things got knocked over and I picked it up and I helped them and everything. So they gave me some extra stuff. And while I was spinning the wheel, they was like, meat, 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 and it landed on. I think I got a tote bag, but they also gave me a water bottle for it,
Nice.
which was really nice of them. And everything. So Swap Meet was really good. We went to kind of ramen shop, or a ramen place. Ramen was good.
Wait, backstory though. What happened to get to the ramen shop?
So we was gonna go to get a poke bowl or sushi or something, and we got there. and it was just like, you know, nobody really was feeling it, or there was no like something about fish. I know Pat couldn't eat fish and stuff, and so everybody just wasn't feeling the place. Um, and so we went to the ramen shop after that. Like we could have got a poke bowl or something, but like people just wasn't feeling it. So we went to the ramen shop, and the place was packed. So we had to wait and everything. But we was able to get in. See, Courtney, you missed out. I paid the full bill.
Ooh, I should have showed up, man. No, but
So
you actually bought me coffee, so I didn't have to go. You know,
oh, that is true. But you should still okay. Uh, as vice
I
as
should have,
vice.
but I mean, you've got to think about it. Soulframe, Warframe, Secret
I
Pressure.
know, I
You know,
know. Yes, that is true. That is true. So this place actually had sake, dark beverage from Japan. So I actually got to try sake. I had
mm.
about 8, 9 sips of it, like full sips.
Ooh,
um, uh, yeah. With Grayson, Nelly, and Stephanie,
I'm
we
so
were all
jealous.
there. Pat had a panel that he was gonna go to, so he had to go to that. Um, and we walked back to the convention and stuff. But they had some sweet and sour spare ribs.
Mm.
Girl, you would have thought I was at a black family reunion barbecue. Cause I
Dang.
was eating the, I was eating. I'm like, everybody wants some ribs. You know, people took some ribs. I had 4 ribs left. Girl, I was messy, messy mess. So I got all. I'm like, I got all these ribs. I'm just, they was
Yeah.
fat ribs too, and they was like so
Ooh.
tender. So I'm eating them with the sweet and sour sauce. I got all the sauce in the thing. I'm looking like crazy. Had a Sprite, drinking that, but also had my sake, having that. Got my ramen. Was eating my ramen and everything. Didn't drink the ramen soup or anything. Just had the noodles stuff, and I actually ate it with chopsticks for my first time.
Mm.
I would have been better with a fork and stuff, but it was fine. Everybody got their meal, loved it. I paid the bill, and we headed back up to the panel for video game trivia. Now, mind you, I got 9 shots of sake in me. I have all this food in me. I was tired, but I was able to. I was just like, oh my stomach. I was able to get there. I didn't throw up or anything, but I got. We survived. I was like, "Whoo!" You guys went out for a little bit. I took myself back to the hotel.
You
Me and
ran to
Block,
the hotel.
yeah, me and Block hung out. Uh, and I went to the bathroom. I came back out. I got on the couch, didn't even unfold it.
Kept
Took
on
my
moving the
shoes
bed.
off. Still talked to Block, and we're just like, okay, Block, I'm about to go to sleep. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Was not. Found out that was just like, have y'all heard from Ed? And Pat texted the whole crew.
Yep.
Ed is on the couch, still in his clothes, sleep. And I
Yep.
was
He
just
didn't
like,
even fix the bed. He just went straight to sleep.
I woke up probably at 5:30 in the morning, felt refreshed and rejuvenated. I was just like, well, I'm not hungover and I'm not throwing up or anything, but I was just like, whew, I must have been. I think for all that walking and everything, and just definitely with the food and stuff, and just the psyche sitting in my system, I was just like, yeah, I ate too fast, um, and everything, and I was just knocked out. So that was day 3 for me.
Yeah.
And quickly, for day 4, um, for me, I ended up leaving like at 6:30 that night, to catch my flight, and I will tell you about that. But I got to check out Marvelous, and Exceed those 4 games. um, about that, which I truly enjoyed. Got to meet my friend Derek about it. Got to try Fretless interview, and then got to do Nocturne, which I spoke about. So I kind of just did that. Once I was done with Nocturne and doing their interviews, Nocturne was the last one that I did. Um, then I just went shopping. I actually got some shirts. Um, there's a mobile game that just came out. They seen it was me. They were just like, they had just released it on mobile. Um, I congratulate them. And I was being super supportive because I don't really play mobile games, but I bought a hoodie from them and some other merch from them. I was just like, um, yeah, they gave me a free code for the game, so I gotta find it again and try. But I was just like, I want to support you guys, do this way. So I got their merch and stuff and supported them that way. They was like, thank you so much, and everything. I was just like, you're welcome. I'm like just super proud that you guys got to release your first game, and we're just happy for them. They weren't on my radar or anything. It was just knowing that, releasing the game and needing support and everything was good enough. Went to the like card tables and stuff. Got some cards and stuff. Um, Brought some more merch with them, like some pins. I got some t-shirts and stuff. Um, Went to Guardian Mental Health. Uh,
Hey, you were
uh
looking for them that day too. You were like, they're
yes.
here?
They're here. You knew where they're at, and I was just like, "Oh, okay, I see you." Got to talk to Joe. I told him, Courty said hi, and I just wanted to introduce because I was just like, I'm the other co-founder of Boss Rush. And I just thanked them, and they are booked, busy, and blessed. They just going to different places and everything. I'm so happy for them. And he's really tall. He gives off so much dad vibes. I was just like, oh yeah, you're pure dad. You're pure dad. I was just like, would you like to adopt me as a son? If you're a pure dad. And I just had a great talk with them. Got some chocolate ice cream on a waffle cone.
Ooh.
Courty, that was probably some of the best ice cream that I had, and that waffle cone was on point. That was so good. Oh, I forgot to say, everybody. I brought some pizza home. Um, so I actually had a no, I didn't. No, that Friday when I got there, and you guys had pizza.
Mhm.
I had these big pepperoni slices. Now I was only supposed to get one, but the girl gave me two, and I ate
Ooh.
both of them. I ate both of them at the convention, and then I came home to the hotel and everything. But pretty much, um, I got my stuff. Got my Uber. Got to the airport. Which airport was empty and everything. Um,
That's good.
was looking for my flight, and got everything settled. Um, got to the point where I was supposed to do the real ID stuff. The system wasn't recognizing me with my glasses off. I think it's because, and they had to get like their supervisor and stuff, and she even did it, and it didn't recognize me. They're just like, okay, you could go. We know that it's you, and I was just putting my stuff up and everything. I'm like, I'm so sorry for this. She's just like, no, I think it's just your ID, because my ID was too dark and it looked like a shadow. And I was just like, oh, this is not good. So hopefully I don't have that problem when I go to Seattle and everything.
Yeah,
But
right.
I'm going to get it. I'm going to get a new ID because I have to do my driver's license test and all of that. Get a new license, so I got to do all that. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much was my day for. Definitely just after Nocturne, after that interview, it was just straight shopping. Came upstairs, saw you guys. I know Stephanie left early, so it was good to see her. Give her a hug and see her go. Um, Sophie, Pat, um, and Block and everything. And I didn't get to say goodbye to Block, but I said goodbye to Pat and everything. It got to say goodbye to you and their stuff. And then so when I left, and I got home, it was just like feeling the effect of just like everybody home. I'm gonna keep up with everybody, make sure, and wherever we was keeping up with the chat that you guys got home and stuff.
Yeah,
Uh, and pretty much that was my PAX East.
it's awesome.
Uh, anything on your side, Courty, before
Um,
we wrap the show up?
let's see. On Sunday, my goal was to do shopping and try to see more of the remaining indie things that I didn't see, which I'm
Mm.
very glad I did because I saw Spider Lilith.
Yes.
I love it. It's not even done. It's not even done. They just got their character, they've got the beginning story, and then they have like the idea. And I kept throwing things like, what if you did this with the ropes? What if you did that? What if this happened? But then my brain, I feel like I've seen the character before. I don't know where I've seen it. And I've tried to do the Google where you put the picture and it tries to scan it and show you. I can't find anything, but I've seen it and I don't know where I've seen it, and it's driving me crazy. Drives me nuts.
Yes. Sophie and I have an interview with them. It's not live yet. I don't think so. But I'm waiting for that one to go live on bossrush.net so you guys can check that out. Me and Sophie had a great talk with them. Um, and it was kind of like I think it's one of Sophie's first interviews, or doing something like that. Definitely with us tag teaming. And I didn't play the game at that time. Sophie did, and he was really just high, was just really excited, was
Yeah,
really happy and everything, and so um we just had a great talk with it. We talked with their director and their art director, and it was just a natural conversation and everything. So
yeah.
yeah.
I got to talk with them, and then I think the final few hours, I remember I was trying to get interviews for my podcast that I work with behind the joystick. And I was like, shoot, they want me to do these in person interviews, and I've just had so much fun. Let me go ask some people. So I,
Mhm.
I asked you and I asked Danny. I tried to ask Roger. He was done. Him, and one of the guys that works with him, you could just see there was a whole different person. Like he looked drained, and it's like each hour I saw him, he just slowly got worse and worse. I was like, okay. And I even asked Roger. I said, "Look, I know it's the last day, and you're probably swamped, but I'm throwing this opportunity if you'd like it, okay?" And he goes, "Okay, what's up?" It's like, "Did you want to spend 30 minutes with me and talk about the Gamerhead podcast and whatnot?" And he's like, I'm gonna be honest. And usually he's not. Usually he'll be like, yeah, we'll see. Like, we'll do. He goes, I'm tired. I'm swamped. And I want to make sure I am the best me that I could give you. So we will see. Okay. And I'm like, okay. And then, like, the last hour, I see them all sitting. I'm like, so you ready? And he goes, no.
And I apologize. I was supposed to do another interview and completely lost track of time. It
Yeah.
wasn't running in my mind. I was shopping at that time. I'm like, oh
No, you're
dang.
fine. I mean, I didn't want to rush because it was like the last day. I should have done this on day like 2, day 3, but I didn't. Um, but it is helping me plan for DreamHack, which is coming up
Hmm.
next weekend, so that I have my in-person interviews then, and I'm hoping I get to have at least half of them done because it's 20 interviews per season and then it's one a week. So my math's right. I should be set up for PAX West.
Yes, yes, yes.
But then
So
I got the lucky fortune of staying the next day for PAX East, and I went to the ice cream museum. That was
yes.
so much fun. I accidentally, it's even walking distance from the convention. It is, I want to do it next time. I want to do it. I want to bring all of us to the ice cream convention. It was so fun. You get to eat your own ice cream. You get to try out these fun little things. You go down a slide to exit the museum.
Oh,
It was
nice.
It was so cool. But then my plane delayed. It was packed, and I wish I did it on Sunday. There was nobody, and it was empty. I was 5 minutes close to having to stay in St. Louis because my plane just left or just pulled in, and my plane was about to leave in 5 minutes. They were like, if you can't make it, we'll book you a hotel in St. Louis. And I was like, I really would kill to stay in St. Louis, but my job's going to be very mad at me if I don't come to work the next day.
And you booked it to the next place.
I ran, I made it. The lady next to me wasn't happy because she goes, out of all the seats, you picked here. I said, lady, I ran here, I'm sitting here, and you're going to have to deal with it. All right?
We are on this flight together. Put on your headphones. I got my stuff on, and we're going to get to where we need to go and call it a day.
Yup. Yeah. And then I came home and worked my normal 9 to 5 and became a mother and just did all the boring things, killing for PAX East again. But I get it. I go to DreamHack next weekend.
Yeah, I just had work, and I'm just like, I know I'm supposed to be doing all of these interviews, but I worked on some of them, and I'm just like, I got to take a week off. I mean, these mornings off, I'm like, I just need to rest, compose myself, and then get back to work.
Yeah, the backlog of videos that I have to edit and schedule is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I need an editor.
We all do sometimes.
Yeah, we do. Oh, man.
Well, everybody, that is our time at PAX East. Thank you for joining me, Courty. Everybody, thank you for watching or listening to this episode of Nintendo Pow Block. Remember, you can find new episodes of this podcast every Monday morning on YouTube, podcast services, as part of our free Patreon content, and on our website at bossrush.net. If you enjoyed the discussions on today's episode, leave the video a like or a good rating on your podcast app. If you subscribe to our Patreon, you gain ad-free access, early access to Expression Pass and Book Club, and exclusive access to Pow Block 1-Up. Thank you so much for watching and listening, and everybody have a great week, have a great weekend, and we'll see you next time on Nintendo Pow Block. Bye, everybody. Woo!
If you want to see how you can become a Patreon producer, head on over to patreon.com/BossRushNetwork. The Patreon producers for this month are Adriel Munger, Austin Campbell, Celeste Roberts, Sana Dierig, Francisco Santillan, Matthew Keel, Retro Stoy, and Christian S. Thanks for your continued support of the Boss Rush Network.